Now you're cooking with Manitoba chicken and Karen Armstrong.
Today I'm going to show you how to make some really quick and easy pocket meals using chicken. I'm going to show you 2 different kinds of dough and a couple of different kinds of filling so that you can create something that's handheld, ready to eat on the run. The first one I'm going to do uses a store-bought refrigerated pizza dough that you can find in the refrigerator case at any of your grocery stores. And all I'm going to do is unroll it. I've got a bit of flour on the board. If you want to, you can take this and just roll it a little bit just to make sure that it's completely even. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to cut this into, let's make bigger pockets today. So I'm going to cut this in half here, in half again, just with a sharp knife, one last cut, and then down the middle. The filling I'm going to use for these ones is a combination of cooked ground chicken, a bottle of sun-dried tomato pesto, and shredded mozzarella cheese. It works really well if you'd like to use, instead of the pesto, you could use tomato sauce, any kind of filling that you'd like to use. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything Italian themed. I'm going to take a spoonful of my filling and just pop that in the middle of a little piece of this dough, and then I'm going to fold the dough up around the filling. So I'm going to go corner, just pull it up, take the other corner, meet at the top, and I'm just going to give it a bit of a pinch, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other 2 corners. So you can see that you're making a little packet, and then just take your fingers, pinch the sides so that you get a really good seal. Turn this around so you can see on the other side. And again, I'm just pinching, and let's pinch this one. And there you go. You've got a little sun-dried tomato pesto, chicken and mozzarella cheese pocket. I'm going to put this on a parchment-covered cookie sheet. Let's just do one more really quickly. One of the tricks here is not to fill it too full, or you're going to have difficulty getting the dough up around your filling. So again, corner to corner, pinch the top, corner to corner, pinch the top again, and then just seal the sides. The last thing I'm going to do, once I've filled all of these squares of dough, is I'm going to brush these with a little bit of beaten egg. And what this does is just crisps it up really, really nicely. Gives it a beautiful brown color. And then I'm going to pop these into the oven, and they're going to take about 20 minutes to cook. Because the filling is completely cooked, all you're doing is crisping up the crust and browning it. And there you have it. That's one variation on a pocket meal. Now I'm going to show you a bigger chicken pocket variation. This is using fresh pizza dough, either store-bought or make your own. You can use a whole wheat version if you like. So I've got it on a floured board, and I'm just going to roll this out into, I think I'm going to use a rectangle today. So just out like that. The shape really doesn't matter as much as the thinness, because with this type of pocket, you want something that's fairly thin so that it cooks nicely. Okay, I think this is going to end up being more of a square than a rectangle, but that's okay. And this is going to make 2 pockets, 2 large pockets. That looks pretty good. I'm going to cut the dough in half, and then I'm going to fill it. Just use a good sharp knife. And if you've got enough flour on your board, the dough will pick up quite nicely. The nice thing about pockets is you don't have to really worry too terribly much about what shape you ultimately end up with. It's about the pocket, not about the shape of the pocket. The filling that I'm using is boneless, skinless chicken thigh with olives, raisins, a bit of onion, some wine, and smoked paprika, which gives it a really, really wonderful flavor. So I'm going to take half of the filling onto one of these, the other half on there. And like any pocket, watch that you don't overfill. It looks like I need to divide there, make it a little bit more even. And I'm just going to fold my pizza dough over top. This one's actually going to be a double layer like that. And I'm going to use a little bit of water just along the edges, right in there, a little bit on the top edge. And what the water does is just help the two edges stick together. And let's get this other side done. You want to make sure that the filling doesn't escape while you're baking these. And then just press down. And there you have, there's our large pocket. And again, that's going to go onto a parchment covered baking sheet. I'm going to brush it with a little bit of beaten egg, just like I did with the other ones. And this is again going to give it a nice brown color, really crisp it up beautifully. And then I'm just going to bake these in the oven, and these are going to make a fabulous snack.
For recipes, tips, and how-tos, explore manitobachicken.ca.